it's going to be. Out of a dark colonial past of their forebears, Rastas have risen up to affirm their self-dignity, their African heritage, and their worth as human beings. They have shown that from the margins of society can come energy and creativity that can spread around the world and captivate it. Prime Minister Gaston Browne said the following in his public apology, and I will read what he said. Many of our ancestors were defiant until death, tortured, broken on the wheel, and beaten to death. Others succumbed to the lash of the whip, to the daily grinding down by the exploiter's boot, to the respite that was offered by acceptance of the oppressor's rule. You, the RasTafari, remain defiant in defense of your culture and human dignity. So, you had to be marginalized, scorned, victimized, and labeled. But you endured, living in your own community, growing your locks, and retaining your own religious connections. Cannabis for you was not a mind-numbing drug that disembodied your spirit from the Babylon in which you endured. It was a vehicle for religious communion with Zion, the place where black people lived with dignity, in freedom, and connected to their being. Regrettably, even as the colonial establishment retreated from whence they came, and people born in Caribbean countries replaced them in authority, the RasTafari continued to be marginalized. There were times in Antigua and Barbuda when our own misunderstanding of RasTafari and its religious rituals, such as the use of cannabis, caused our establishment to turn away Rastas at the airport and to demand that their children cut away their locks as a condition of entering school. Even our churches scorned the RasTafari. That discrimination went on for decades, preventing the Rastafarian community from escaping the confines of poverty and denying them the right to explain who they are, what they believe, and what part they wish to play in the homelands that are now our collective heritage. It is long past time for discrimination, marginalization, and rejection of the Rastafarian community to end. In the full knowledge of all that I have described here, my government pledges recognition of the Rastafarian community and equality as an integral part of our community. And just as we accord the right of others to practice their religion, including their religious rights within their churches, so too do we accept the rights of the Rastafari to practice